This is an NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship matchup. Jerrelle Clark versus Angel Dust. Sal Rinauro is not involved in this matchup. How much Sal Rinauro do we really need in one freedom fight, for crying out loud?
Freedom Fight 2004.
We got that, Sal. Thanks for the update.
I have good news for all of you. Although we are 6 months away from Christmas, I have so gracefully decided to bring you a present tonight.
You're leaving?
You see, I've decided that the number 3 totally rules. So tonight's match will now be a 3-way dance. But calm down, calm down. Before you yell Walla Walla Kazoo and get all excited, unfortunately, it's not me in the match.
Oh, darn.
Oh no, it's even better. You see, I have personally flown in a man that 2 years ago in this very ring, at this very event, won that very belt. The man that's a former Iron Man champion in Combat Zone Wrestling. A man that tore Ring of Honor from top to bottom. A man that just came back from Italy. A man that is an international superstar. That man is Jimbo Rave.
Dragon, take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. It is sanctioned by the Board of Directors of the National Wrestling Alliance and is for the NWA Junior Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, the last-minute edition challenger from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He is the original ecstasy, Jimmy Rave. And ladies and gentlemen, introducing the original challenger, the man that earned that right, from Queens, New York, weighing in at 168 pounds, Angel Dust. And ladies and gentlemen, their opponent from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 173 pounds, he is the reigning NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion, Mr. 630, Jerrelle Clark.
Well, there's certainly no denying the interesting complexion of this match now has changed now with the addition of Jimmy Rave. How does this match instantly become a 3-way matchup at the behest of Salvatore Rinauro? I had no idea Sal had so many friends in high places. But this is actually a pretty unfortunate situation for Angel Dust, and certainly Jerrelle Clark, who had anticipated and perhaps trained for a one-on-one matchup against each other, and now their game plan is entirely different. It's going to have to be a picture-perfect example of thick it on your feet.
And unfortunately, that is official. Rinauro's boasting was a decision made at the last minute by the NWA Board of Directors, and Jimmy Rave is a 2-time World Junior Heavyweight Champion. You can't deny that he probably deserves the shot, but the last-minute nature of it is just a little bit fishy. Up and over, duck of a clothesline there, not intended, but they got out of the way. Head scissors by Jerrelle Clark, actually taking both. Well, Angel Dust goes over as well there, tremendous.
I'll tell you what's fishy. Salvatore Rinauro's claimed that he flew in Jimmy Rave. Speaking of flying, Jimmy Rave goes sailing feet first onto the arm of Angel Dust. Ditto Jerrelle Clark. Jimmy Rave rather pleased with himself. Should be rather pleased getting involved in an NWA World Junior Heavyweight matchup virtually on a moment's notice.
And Jimmy Rave,
Nice
what
kick.
is up? This guy's head is so big it can't fit through the front door of the NWA arena. I mean, we've always liked Jimmy Rave. Sure, at times he might a little whiny, and when he didn't get his way, he pouted a bit, but that's okay. things happen when you're an up-and-coming superstar, but now to just have aligned himself with Rinauro to turn his back on the fans, I just do not understand it.
I think it's something he ate in Italy.
It's a side headlock now as Angel Dust outside of the ring watching this matchup. Not for long, no. Springboard drop kick, beautifully executed.
And Angel Dust showing you right there why he is definitely a worthy contender to the World Junior Heavyweight title, held by the man you see before you, Mr. 630 Jerrelle Clark.
Up and over goes Clark. Jimmy Rave on the apron, taking down Jerrelle Clark. And now picking his spot, getting right back in here with Angel Dust. Angel Dust slaps the taste out of his mouth.
I don't think Jimmy Rave has any taste. Well, he sure doesn't anymore. Rave putting the brakes on, and Angel Dust goes sailing shoulder first. Oh, my.
And now he's resorted to stealing other people's moves.
Well, if they work, why not?
That wouldn't be the first time.
This is pro wrestling. It's about theft. Oh, very clever. Very enterprising on the part of Jerrelle Clark, vaulting Angel Dust into the chest of Jimmy Rave. Talk about thinking on your feet. And Jerrelle Clark now opening up on Angel Dust.
There's a reversal by Angel Dust. Clark off the bottom rope, springboards up. Angel Dust catches him. Reverse head scissors by Clark, and that was impressive. What agility by the World Junior Heavyweight Champion, who's had several defenses now here in NWA Wildside. Absolutely love having Mr. 630 in to defend that gold.
Jerrelle Clark definitely a man in demand, as would anybody who, of course, wears the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Championship belt. But Jimmy Rave, a man who once held that title for quite a long time. A good 3.5, 4 months, if I'm not mistaken. That's quite a lengthy time considering how many talented light heavyweights there are in the National Wrestling Alliance.
And he held it on 2 separate occasions. And he's also been Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, Iron Man Champion, and Combat Zone Wrestler. No doubt the man has held some pretty esteemed accolades. He's a hell of a wrestler. And that is the one thing that grows increasingly more frustrating when you see his attitude and how it's developed. Angel Dust charges into the corner, really giving it to Jimmy Rave there. Punishing him there. Rolls through. Almost an on-the-ground super kick there. Beautiful.
Jimmy Rave is counting his teeth, and I think it may be a single digit at this point. Pin attempt by Angel Dust, only a 2 count. And Jerrelle Clark is now back in the picture here as Jimmy Rave perhaps spitting out a few of those teeth. Mr. 630 Jerrelle Clark, part of the rich pageant of Freedom Fight 2004.
Clark, handspring. Whoa! Angel Dust with a high-angle German suplex that dumped Clark straight up and down vertically.
Clark landed on his head. I think Clark's out of the picture, at least for the immediate future.
German suplex by Rave, and Angel Dust went all the way over.
And Rave with a pin attempt on Angel Dust. Angel Dust inexplicably kicks out. How people kick out after being dropped on their head just totally amazes me. Kind of a testament to the human condition, is all I have to say.
It's a tremendous testament. I think a lot of it also, and I've talked to guys in depth when this happens, when you land on your head like that, I mean, it's almost an immediate neck-breaking scare. It's almost a shock. So I think you see them try to collect themselves and get up as quickly as possible. Even if they're out on their feet, they're feeling for their limbs there.
Fair enough.
And that seems to be the common theme that I've noticed when discussing the mechanics of that type of punishment.
Probably a little bit of an injection of adrenaline, too, even though you're probably under some of the most intense and severe pain.
Of course, and even then you'll see them crumble shortly after, but you'll almost always see that immediate jump up. But Angel Dust now punishing the World Junior Heavyweight Champion. Between the legs he goes. Hooks him in a pump handle. Reverse pump handle slam. That was very original, very innovative. And Jimmy Rave, very opportunistic.
Yeah, before Jerrelle Clark even had an opportunity to cover Angel Dust, in comes Rave. I think Jimmy Rave has mastered the art of the chop. Actually, one of the noisiest, most devastating chops in pro wrestling. Guess if that sounds any indication as to the pain that must be receiving on the receiving end. It's got to be excruciating indeed. And all three of these wrestlers are already well spent after a lot of grueling punishment. And Jerrelle Clark and Angel Dust really rising to the occasion of an unwanted and unasked for third opponent.
Clark took him all the way over. Fast and furious junior heavyweight action here. Jimmy Rave from dusk till dawn locks in the crossface. Clark with a rolling neck breaker. Tremendous technical wrestling here in this matchup. And that is what we expected and what we've come to expect from the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Division.
Incredible how in these junior heavyweight matchups, how the tide turns so often, so frequently. Keeps play-by-play guys like you really on your toes.
Well, it's an ever-changing sport. And a drop toe hold there by Jimmy Rave. Follows that up with a knee to the midsection on the world champion. Oh, Clark spins it all the way around and locks it in the Clark bar.
Very painful move, but unfortunately because you're in the ropes, you only have a 5 count in order to implement it. But if it causes the right amount of damage, it might be worth it. Only Jerrelle Clark knows.
Oh, wow, look at Angel Dust. Quickness and really thinking, really comfortable with his environment. Knees counter the suplex. But wait a minute, Jerrelle Clark springboards off the back of Jimmy Rave. Takes Angel Dust down. I don't think he got what he wanted. As a matter of fact, I think Clark may be injured.
I think he slipped on the slick back of Jimmy Rave. And Jimmy Rave is taking this as an opportunity himself. Jimmy Rave with a pin attempt on the champion. Angel Dust in to break it up. Oh, Lord. Angel Dust just dropped Jimmy Rave back first across his own knee.
Cobra clutch onto the knee by Angel Dust. Very effective there. And wait a minute, Jerrelle Clark has him up. There's a cutthroat suplex. Saw that move originated here by Mark Briscoe back in 2002. Jimmy Rave breaks up the pinfall.
Rave in good ring position in order to break up that pin attempt by the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion, Mr. 630 Jerrelle Clark, who's just been clocked by the original XTC, and Jimmy Rave apparently wants his belt back.
You know, it's really funny how Jimmy Rave leaves NWA Wildside. Oh, he's too good to be at the TV tapings. He's got his big commitments up in Philadelphia. He's the big international superstar. Up and over, beautiful maneuver by Angel Dust there. Goes for the pinfall. This could be enough. Jimmy Rave.
Barely getting a shoulder out. I mean, just barely.
I don't know that he did. But Mike Posey was, he's the official, not me.
Well, he was closer to it than we were.
But Jimmy Rave, he doesn't show up in Wildside. But now all of a sudden there's a title match. Whoa, look at Angel Dust taking Clark down. All 3 men down in the ring.
The champion is probably fighting himself in the worst shape of the 3 people here at this moment as Rave and Angel Dust are making it to their feet. Jerrelle Clark sure isn't. Oh, and Angel Dust showing he has some powerful chops on his own. Rave showing how it's done. Good thing you wore a shirt there, Angel Dust.
Sunset flip. Oh, Jimmy Rave nails the knee to the face. The running knee, but Jerrelle Clark got Jimmy Rave with a nice insecurity there.
I think Rave was trying to duck out of the way and in the process almost hurdled himself over that top rope. Bad break for Rave. And I think I know what time it is.
There's the 630 splash. Unbelievable.
And Jerrelle Clark retains the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still World Junior Champion, Mr. 630, Jerrelle Clark.
Quite a testament to the World Junior Heavyweight Champion that although he had trained and anticipated a one-on-one matchup with Angel Dust, a very gifted competitor, he now had to put Jimmy Rave into the equation.